Yo, guess what? A lot of what people call demons are just unchecked aspects of your own mind. And when left unchecked, they will run rampant, playing in the background of your psyche, causing destructive behaviors, patterns, and attitudes. There are many layers and dimensions to the psyche. The psyche. Psyche is a word that comes from Greek meaning soul or mind. So we're talking about something vast, if not infinite. You have a whole universe within you, and there are many different energies that live in this universe. So when you're soul searching or gaining wisdom of self, it is important to identify and harness these energies. Some of these energies, I would say, are potent. Just like there may be potent ingredients in certain remedies, or potent ingredients in your household cleaners, or potent ingredients in something a scientist makes in a lab. All these products are beneficial to us and can be used for good. But when mishandled, they can be very dangerous. So these potent energies began to be mishandled by people when the thoughts and emotions began to fall. And when I say this, I mean when people started thinking thoughts of jealousy, hate, greed, lust, etc. And thoughts are things, so these thought forms actually began to manifest and take on form in the non-physical, creating what people may call monsters or demons. So the more man acted upon these lower thoughts and emotions, and the more focus they put on them, the stronger they got. And they began to have more influence on the actions and deeds of man, and pretty much gaining a mind of their own and becoming out of control. But the word demon actually didn't originally mean anything bad. It came from the word daemon, which actually meant a divine spirit or a guardian that was hidden from the physical eyes. But these lower thought forms can be deceitful, and they may come to people under the guise of a guardian or a messenger. So what I'm thinking is religious groups started putting them all under the same banner, labeling them all demons. But this is why it's important to cultivate your divine discernment, so you'll know the difference between a divine guardian or messenger and a lower thought form. Nonetheless, these energies all exist within you, but the lower thought forms are something that must be identified so you can transmute them. Just like when a priest is casting a devil or a monster out of someone, they make it identify itself, because when you identify the problem, you can correct it. So when you identify these lower energies, you can transmute them and use that potent energy for something righteous. Just like King Solomon, he identified these forces, learned their function, and then was able to command them to help him build up his temple that he was building up for the Most High. The temple is usually symbolic for the body, which has several energetic layers, not just the physical one. So you can conquer these forces by transforming them and using the power to serve the divine. A more practical, let's just say, example of this in the 3D world perspective would be someone's parents who were drug addicts, and their parents were addicts as well, and the generations before them were too. Eventually, this person succumbs to this toxic pattern as well. But the difference between this person and the ones before them is that they were able to identify the spirit, principality, or this lower thought form, and realize it was plaguing their family for generations. This person starts doing their research, and they find out how this thing functions and things to do to conquer it. So during this process, it's important to strengthen your connection with the divine, the Most High, God in the squad, however you identify, through maybe fasting, meditation, prayer, breath work, being in nature, or whatever works for you. By doing this, you'll gain more clarity, and not to mention supernatural assistance and supernatural support. So this person that suffered from drug addiction went through a miraculous internal shift. During this process, they were able to transform this thing that was haunting their family into something powerful. They might write a hit song about overcoming struggles that, the song inspires millions. They might even write a book about how to beat addiction and save lives. They might go on a podcast and tell their story. And this podcast, it gets to someone who was about to crash out, and it gets to them at the right moment. And this testimony is the catalyst to, this testimony is a catalyst to the listener, and it calls them to, it's the catalyst for the listener to change their life for the better. And not to mention, while helping others, this person is getting to the bag in a righteous manner. And the energy or that thing that was hurting their family for years is now working for them in their favor. So what I'm saying is, your thoughts and emotions are things. And if you let them sink to a low place, they can manifest into unfavorable energies. And these unfavorable energies can be passed down to future generations. And, all this energy is within us, and we are energy beings. So let's use this energy for something virtuous. So I'm hoping someone can at least kind of get what I'm talking about and pick a gem or two out of what I'm saying. And yeah, peace.